All right, what's up, Who That Nation? This is the host CB, and welcome to our Saints versus Buccaneers face-off. First off, I apologize for the late start. The guy we have here, I'm not sure if if he was scared or what, but we'll ask him in a few minutes. But we here, and we plan to chop it up with him, and just find out what exactly why he think his Bucks is going to take over our division and win Sunday. I just want to, go through X's and O's, and for him to explain to us who that nation, why exactly is have his Bucks just took over the division. But first off, let me shout out my dog, WD, my teammate. What's up with you, fam?
Oh man, CB, I'm doing great. It's going to be a fun one tonight. I just want to say, man, we finally made it. It's week one. Let's get it rolling.
Let's get it.
And shout out to everybody in the chat. So we have a Buccaneers fan with us tonight. And before we get started, I would say trash talking is allowed. Language it's no, we have no chill over here. So you can, whatever you want to say, it's cool. We can keep it civil, or we can raise it up. Any type of energy is accepted. So just want to put that out there. So let's go ahead and get started. I just want to ask you first: is you a diehard fan? Which was you with the Buccaneers in the mud, or are you with them now since Tom Brady, and a few other guys that came to the squad? Was you with them in the mud when they was trash?
Yeah. I was with them like a few years back when I was little. I say when we had Brad Johnson. I was with them when I was little. That's how long I've been rocking with him. I never had gave up on my Bucks and stuff. I know like a lot of players that we had in that 2002, 2003 Super Bowl, and I've been with them ever since.
Okay. And before I get started, I want to ask you what makes you think that with the addition of basically just Tom Brady and Leonard Fournette, what makes you think just that alone is going to, dethrone the Kings of the division, and win the NFC South? Oh, and beat us Sunday. What makes those two additions, just be able to do a 360 like that?
I think with our new additions at running back depth and wide receiver depth. It gives off a lot of good velocity and speed that we're going to be having against our opponent. I feel that with our weapons that we have, and we have a smart quarterback that has won about 6 rings, and he's chasing number 7. I think it gives off a lot of just accountability, just to play a smarter game rather than Winston that gave off by throwing interceptions right offhand. You're just throwing interceptions just out of the start. Just week one, you're throwing in interceptions at the very start of the game. It's completely dumb for a quarterback just to do that. But now that we have Tom Brady, we'll definitely get the ball out quicker. He'll definitely get it to our receivers that are mainly talented. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Rob Gronkowski, Cameron Brate, OJ Howard and stuff. You really can't beat those type of weapons in everything because they're just really unguardable, unstoppable, and they just a really good force for Tom Brady just to throw to.
Okay. Well, I heard you mention everything about the offense, but I didn't hear one word about the other side of the ball, and I'm pretty sure it takes more than just the weapons on the offense, to win games. So what I'm gonna do, what I did is I came up with 17 possible matchups that we're gonna see this Sunday, and we're gonna go through a lot of them, and I want you to explain how you think your guy is going to be, is going to win that matchup. So
Okay.
since you mentioned nothing about the defensive side, that's where we're gonna start.
Okay.
We're gonna start with the line. The football player starts up front with your defensive line. We're gonna start off with Vita Vea. Vita Vea, he gonna be going up against y'all. I think y'all play him in the nose, so he gonna be going up against McCoy, Sum, and Pete Sum. So what's your thoughts on that? You think Vita Vea gonna be eating like that? Didn't y'all have the top run defense last year?
Yes, we did. Yeah. Well, we had the top run defense in the league last year. I do think we probably won't as much do it again this year, but we'll probably be somewhere in the top five. I give it about at least maybe rank 3 or so, maybe 2 or so for this year. But if our D line can end up holding up of their against a bargain or so. By stopping the Saints on defense and everything with our D line, I wouldn't see why not that we couldn't be like top number one in the defense by stopping the run. So with that being said, with Vita Vea, he's a good run stopper. He takes on two people by a double team and everything, and that just holds down the linebackers' jobs like Devin White, Levante David. Even with who was it? Ndamukong Suh that help out as well too, to help out tackling Alvin Kamara. I think it gives a good with our run defense. We haven't really missed much. We just go off by last year and just thrive on this year by week 1.
Okay. Before we go farther, I just want to I know y'all had the number 1 run defense last year, but I want to give you our rushing stats against y'all for both games. Game 1, Alvin Kamara on a busted up knee, had 16 carries for 62 yards, 3.9 yards a carry, basically 4 yards a carry with a busted up knee against that number 1, run stopping defense. Our backup running back, Latavius Murray, had 7 attempts for 28 yards. That's 4 yards a pop. Against that number 1 run stop defense. We even got Taysom Hill coming in, getting 2 carries for 14 yards. So, this when it come to us, it's another breed. I know I heard you, yapping the other day about, y'all's run defense and stuff like that. But when it comes to the Saints, it's going to be a different issue. Now, let me give you game 2, the second matchup. AK, busted up knee once again. He had 13 carries for 75 yards, 5.8 yards a pop, and that's against this number 1 defense. Can you tell me what went on there? I don't see no new additions that came this offseason, for y'all on that side of the ball. Y'all got this number 1, run stopping defense. Tell me what's up. We a different breed when it comes to the running game.
Oh yeah, you breaking up.
I think we having some technical issues. I think he's having some technical issues.
Let's we're gonna remove you and add you back in. Can you hear us now?
Okay.
All right, well we're gonna see if he's gonna hop back in, but yeah, basically right there, like I said, I seen this guy, talking about how good they run defense was and stuff, but against us we had no issue at all. We was able to do whatever we wanted on the ground. AK had a busted up knee, and I want to hear from him his response to that. Because it's good to speak out and say stuff like that, but when we was able to. Okay, here you go. When we was able to, do whatever we wanted on the ground, I want to hear why. So I think he's about to come back in.
Okay. Can you hear me
You
now?
good? Yeah.
we can hear you.
It was like static or so.
So basically, I was talking about, this number 1 defense. I heard you talking about, y'all had and stuff like that. The run defense. Our running game was able to do whatever they wanted to. Taysom was able to come in there and do, whatever he wanted to, when he got his rushing carries. So, you know, what I'm saying, when y'all playing us, it's a different breed. So, what's your response to, y'all's number one defense, allowing us to just run all over y'all like that? And you don't think that's gonna
Uh,
happen Sunday? I heard you say Kamara wasn't, gonna do much Sunday. So,
I say he should at least probably like do something, like being that he's working for unless he got that contract or so. I know a lot of times like players and not necessarily sometimes, but like relatively 50-50. But with players and getting new contracts and everything like that, and getting the money put on the table for them, they normally do good sometimes. But with our run stopping defense, we should definitely stop you guys for the running back for Alvin Kamara. But he should have his little play time as well too by running up a good few yards or so. But with our secondary, with our secondary getting improved a lot better and stuff, and it brings like the more of the energy of Tom Brady's presence just being there and stuff, and wanting him just to step up and putting him back out on the field and everything. I just think like our secondary will do a lot better by him being there. We'll step up a lot better with our secondary, as well as I say, like I said, Kamara, like, hey, he's a terrific player. He's like one of my other running backs that I actually do like. I actually have him behind Adrian Peterson as well, too, one of my top 5 running backs that I have listed. I think he's a good speed down running back, and he knows how to shake people. So I think, at the end of the day, it's going to be a good game. But, this one can turn real ugly if we go and do it the right way, and we can stop Alvin Kamara.
Okay, so you saying your secondary done got good? I
Yeah.
mean, ain't that the same secondary group that was there last year? And do you know what we done added to our offensive corps? Do we need to
Yeah,
go to the wide out position, or did you say
no,
y'all secondary
I
done
know.
stepped up? Go ahead.
Yeah, our secondary.
Say that again. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, my fault. Sorry. What you say? Say it again.
No, I was saying, do we need to go out there to the secondary? I mean, do you know what we done added to our receiving corps? Do we need to go out there and discuss that, or?
No. I already know what you guys added to the secondary, so I'm pretty sure that I already know. Like I already know what you guys have, and I know who you guys signed and everything. So you guys added a few pieces.
No, I think what CB is basically asking, you say that your secondary got good, and he asked you if it's the same secondary as last season. But what he's asking you is, do you know what we added on offense? Do you know what we
On
added
offense
in the receiving? Yeah, the
for the
receiving
Saints?
core. Yeah.
No, not really. I just know that you guys have I know you guys have Michael Thomas. I know you guys have that other wide receiver from San Francisco.
Well, there you go. You got it right there.
Okay, yeah.
But what I'm saying is, it sounds like a different tone right now. I mean, now I've been watching you in the comments, and I know you in the NFL football group. Where all the teams is in there, and I'm seeing you on there flexing and stuff. What's why is the mood different right now? Now you saying Alvin Kamara, but on the videos and stuff you saying we haters and we know what time it is and Fournette this and this. Where's that energy at? That's what made me want to bring you on here. Where that energy at? Are you starting to realize, was that just a bunch of talking, or or you is that really what you with? Are you really with that type of energy that you were saying on the video? And I'm saying it was a different tone. It's a different tone on these videos and stuff. I just want to know, just from a Tampa Bay fan, how do they think they're gonna, just by the addition of Tom Brady, and now Fournette, that's just gonna overlook us for the division. That's all I want to know. But I think he getting kind of nervous a little bit. I mean, I told him you bring somebody on, man. You bring somebody.
You say nervous?
Yeah, I think he kind of nervous, man. Honestly, I'll be honest with
I
you.
never get nervous when my team plays.
No, I'm talking about saying what you was saying in these videos you was making.
No,
I mean, where that energy at? I'm trying to find out from a Tampa Bay fan, coming from a Tampa Bay fan, how do y'all supposed to first off beat us this week one game where y'all hadn't done y'all's defense, y'all hadn't brought nobody else in. The only people that we're gonna be somewhat worried about is Shaquille Barrett and Levante David. Devin White, he played good, but other than that, nobody else on that defense, is making us stay up. So I'm saying, how do y'all supposed to come in and win Sunday, yet alone win this whole division just by the addition of Tom Brady? Because he don't play defense. That's what I want to know as Saints fans. Huh?
Yeah, he don't play defense, but I'm trying to tell you, it's his presence just being there, which is the defense is going to step up.
But don't you think I know presence? That gets everybody in a good mood. But don't you think that if first off it starts within the player, they gotta want it themselves. So you basically saying you gotta wait for somebody to show up to step their play up. Is that what supposed to happen? With the addition of Tom, but I know the offense is definitely. I'm not gonna sit here and cap on that. Yes, your offense is gonna look way better because you're not turning the ball over like that. But I'm talking about on this defensive side. You guys hadn't brought nobody else in, like I said, other than Shaquille Barrett, and that was 1 year. That was last year. That was his first year doing that. I don't know if that's the truth or was that a 1 year fluke? I don't know. But Levante David, he been solid. We've been studying for him. But what is it that's gonna make y'all do all of this?
We brought in a new safety, Antonio Winfield from Minnesota. So we picked up him. Like I said, again, I'll say based off by presence by some player being there, and our defense will end up stepping up a little bit much better. We do got some talented corners and everything. Maybe not be like y'all's or so, because I know you guys got some dogs over there by you guys corners, but we're gonna end up stepping up here, and I just think it's gonna be based off by Tom Brady's presence. And like I said, the energy is still there, and it's still not gonna go nowhere, but. It's going to be a good game. I'll say it's going to be at least maybe a high-scoring game till at least about the fourth quarter or so.
Okay, you got anything else? I mean,
all right. Well, okay.
I'm just hearing a different type of energy, man.
Okay, all right. So first thing first, what I'm going to say is, okay, if there's any Bucs fans out there listening right now, hopefully you're following the WDN Chatline podcast. Hopefully you're following that account on Twitter. If not, if you want in on this call and help this young brother out, man, just do so now. I don't want everybody like, oh man, y'all was jumping on that Bucs fan. If anybody would like to join in, if any Bucs fan would like to join in on this conversation, please hit us up and make sure that you're following the Twitter account, and we will get you up in here as soon as possible. All right. So I want to go opposite. CB, you was basically talking about I guess our offense versus their defense. I want to go the opposite because correct me if I'm wrong. I think the Bucs got the same O-line, right?
You said what? The same? You said offense?
Yeah, I think the Bucs got the same O-line, right?
I mean, we do, but we kind of added right tackle from Iowa. He can play left tackle and right tackle. So, it all depends on like where he starts at and how he plays out during the game. So, it could be a whole better much of a change up by rather than having like penalties being drawn up from our last right tackle that we had, and now we haven't got ourselves a new one. So.
Okay. So I know Tom Brady is a lot different from Jameis, and the reason why I say that is because I thought Jameis held on the ball quite too much. As much as I did think O-line wasn't all that to begin with. But I know with Tom Brady, he's definitely going to be getting that ball out quite faster. But I'm just saying, man, we still got those dogs on our line, bro. I can still see us feasting. Cam J, he balls every year against y'all, man. I just want to know what makes this year different.
Well, I mean, it just like I said, the pieces that we've added. I know our offense is going to be hungry. The pieces that we've added was Tom Brady, Gronkowski. We've got Scotty Miller. That's also quick and fast. I know we got other few weapons that's there. We've got Keyshawn Vaughn. We've got our new addition running back that we got from the Jaguars. Him. We've got Ronald Jones and stuff. That's going to be a little bit more of additions that we've had for our offense. I say, like I said, this is going to be a good game. I couldn't say like no more than nor less about how if the Saints do beat us or not or so. But I just think with our offense, who are you going to really guard with when Tom Brady knows like defenses and he knows how to like see defenses on the field, and who's going to be open, who's not. You know what I'm saying? And that's just being real. Like with Tom Brady, like 6 rings and getting the ball out quick, and you're reading defenses and stuff, and you have a talented player on like each side of the ball by of the offense, like the left side of the pie, the middle side of the pie, the other side of the right side of the middle of the pie, and then the very far side of the right of the pie. There's talent everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's going to be hard to stop that. But with our I say more play actions are going to be coming with our new running back that's going to be coming to play on Sunday. That and just our players going to be getting open. So it's just our offense can't really be touched, but. So I'm kind of see what you guys do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking Saints fans or the team because I know that you guys are actually pretty good as well.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, Tom Brady is who he is. He can manipulate defense. Defense is just as much as Drew. Okay, so all respect to Tom Brady. But exactly. I do expect my Saints to get after him, man. I think we got that interior pressure to get to Tom Brady. We know that Tom Brady doesn't like the interior pressure. And he hasn't really seen a D-line like us, in his past division, the AFC East. So I'm just saying, man, he's coming. I think he's coming into a lot more fire, and I think he's asking for that smoke. But I do want to say, I could definitely see some key matchups, that could give the Saints some trouble. I do like that receiver, Scotty Miller. He kind of gave CGJ a little bit of trouble that second Bucks game. He beat him on a deep pass, And obviously Chris Godwin, he's a beast. I definitely would like to see how he does against Janoris Jenkins. Lattimore and Mike Evans, we know how heated that matchup has been. That matchup has always been, one to watch. Now, Lattimore, I do want to ask you, how you think Mike Evans is going to do? You think Tom Brady makes that big of a difference? Because, man, Lattimore, I think he didn't allow Mike Evans to catch one ball in the first game. And in that second game, man, he had PJ Williams, man, a guy who shouldn't even be playing on the outside, man. He had PJ locking his ass up too. So I want to know what's up with that. Do you think there's going to be any differences from that, with Tom Brady?
It'll probably make a slight bit difference, like slightly, just a little bit. Probably not a whole lot, but it's just, I'll say this again. Like I said, the play action will take into effect. And with Mike being so tight, talented. He'll end up like getting up the line and everything much faster, and then I end up faking out the corner and the safety or so, and end up being wide open. You know what I'm saying? And we should end up doing a lot better with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin going deep and everything as far as that. But that should help a lot because with a quarterback that we had for 5 years and stuff, within those times, it's like he didn't know how to really read a defense. He had a non-surgical eye on his eyes and stuff about the whole surgery eye thing that he had. 3, again, he couldn't read defenses. If I didn't say that already, but I'll say that again. They said PFF said that half of those interceptions were his fault. You know what I'm saying? Because you can bring up the Panthers game, and look what happened. He's already came out there on the field when we came to London. He threw an interception already, and it was like we haven't even got inside at least about 2 minutes inside the quarter and stuff. You're already throwing an interception. Some Saints fans like him. Some Saints say that he's going to be a legitimate quarterback, and he's going to learn from Breeze and the head coach. I'm really counting off by a football player like me. Just like he's really not that good, and his stats are really not that good. Yeah, they say that. He's thrown like 5,000 or more yards, all that's good, but you got to ask yourself this: like, what do you like seeing more? Do you like seeing wins or do you like seeing stats? Ask yourself that question.
Wow. Well, I'm just gonna say this about Jameis Winston. I have my own skeptical views of Jameis Winston. However, he's not going to be part of this matchup. We don't plan to unless something were to happen to Breeze, knock on wood, CV. But Jameis, man, I do get that. He definitely did. He was the reason. I think he was a good bit of reason, why the Bucs, struggled against us in the past, throwing a bunch of interceptions. But we still got to talk about that defense, man. That secondary has also been a reason, man. Michael Thomas been doing whatever the hell he wants to back there too.
Right.
Now, what I do want to say, another thing I do want to say, man, when you're talking about Jameis Winston, we have our own little thing about talking about Drew Brees as far as him throwing the ball deep. How do you think that plays a part with Tom Brady? Because you can almost say the same thing about Tom Brady. Now, obviously, Tom Brady didn't have that great of a receiving core his final year with the Patriots as he does the Bucs. But do you think that deep ball is still in play? Do you think that his lack of deep ball at this point is going to affect Chris Godwin and Mike Evans?
No, it shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I just think with Drew Brees and Tom Brady, they still got that arm, by throwing it deep. Like I said, I wouldn't knock you guys players at all because I always think that Michael Thomas is a good wide receiver, and actually, I got him on my fantasy. You know what I'm saying? I always like to draft him and everything. So, honestly, hey, I think. You guys have some good players. I don't really knock you guys about, you guys wide receivers or, because you guys did add some pieces on the offensive line and everything. So that's pretty good. So.
All right. Nick, I didn't mean to cut you off, man, but we got you some help in here, man.
Let's get
help in here. Okay. We got RTP, man. RTP, can you come help your man's out? He really ain't giving us a reason on why y'all Buck fans thinking y'all gonna come in here and just, first of all, win Sunday. Better yet, win the division. Can you come help your man's out, man?
And go RTP.
RTP.
My fault. I was muted. I'm pretty sure he didn't need no help, but we just a better team. That's as simple as I can put it. We're just a better team.
Let's go into detail. Okay, that sounds good, but let's go into detail. Okay. Let's start on that defensive side.
All the details, all right. But go ahead.
We're gonna teach them. Go ahead. What you want to know about the defense?
Go ahead.
We're gonna go down, player by player, and tell me what does that player have that's gonna change y'all's defense from last year?
our defense is not changing from last year. That's the problem that y'all have. Our defense is not like it was bad last year. Our defense grew last year, and at the end of the year, it was a dominating defense. And it didn't change. It just stayed consistent and stayed with the same players and stayed with the same coaching staff. And is the second year in this defense now. Whether it was the second year or if you want to say it's the first year of the ending of the first year, this defense is better than your guys' defense. Now, do you want me to break down every level? Because we could go pass rush.
I want you to break. No, I want you to start with the rushing defense.
The rushing defense. There's really nothing to say. Dominican Sue, Vita Vea, William Golston, and you got the linebackers, and you got the two outside linebackers, and it was the number one rushing defense easily in the NFL. So when it comes to the rushing defense, that's probably the one thing that I think every fan base can agree with. Oh yeah, the Bucs are good at running defense because we were number one last year.
Well, can I give you some numbers on what we done to the running defense that you flexing about? AK with a knee first game had 16 carries for 62 yards, 3.9 yards a carry. So that's 4 yards a carry. The backup running back, Latavius, had 7 carries for 28 yards, 4 yards a pop. Taysom Hill even got in there, got 2 carries for 14 yards. Boom, game 2. Kamara's knee still got him down. 13 carries for 75 yards, 5.8 yards a pop. So I mean, you just now flex, but when wait,
are you talking about your running game
against our running backs ran through the defense both games? That's what I'm saying on that number one rushing defense.
You can't possibly believe that a New Orleans Saints team is going to run on this defense.
Huh?
Nobody ran on this defense. Derrick Henry didn't run in this against this defense.
But AK did.
Nobody ran against this defense. Nobody.
On limited carries, this guy had over 4 yards.
Why was it limited carries?
Because we don't give our running back the ball 20, 30 times a game, RTP.
Which explains why they had the yards per carry you talking about. Because you don't run the ball, and if you actually try to run the ball, it would stop. You run the ball. That's like let me think. That's like Tim Tebow having a good yards per throw when he really ain't throwing the ball good, but when he does throw the ball and it connects, probably good yards. Like if you're not a running team, don't talk about the rushing like that's gonna be a problem we have to worry about. Let's be honest here.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure?
Bro, Christian McCaffrey couldn't run the ball on us. You really think we worried about Alvin Kamara? Like,
y'all
no, not one bit. Not one bit. Christian McCaffrey had 57 yards in one game, 56 yards in another game, all purpose against the Bucs. You really think we worried about Alvin Kamara?
I mean, look, we can talk now. Look, we can talk about ground and pound, man. Look, man, there was a play, man. Kamara.
You can't talk about ground and pound because you guys can't ground and pound. You lost your ground and pound. You lost your ground and pound when you let go of Mark Ingram. That's where your ground and pound went.
Yeah. But look, we can talk. You know what? You say that we can't ground and pound, but guess what? Meanwhile, your secondary, they just Mike doing whatever the hell he can back there.
Mike, first of all, Mike only ate because he was in the slot against a rookie Sean Murphy Bunting that didn't have his feet under him. That's the only reason why he ate.
Excuses.
It's not excuses.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this, RTC.
Go ahead.
You know, Michael Thomas was like the only reliable receiving threat that we had besides Jared Cook, right?
Which is why he had to eat in the slot.
Explain to me, why he had to eat in the slot? Okay,
because he can't play the outside.
So what exactly you think is going to happen when Emmanuel Sanders gets put out there this week?
First of all, Emmanuel Sanders is not Michael Thomas. Second
Okay.
of all, even if it was Michael Thomas, we talking about a better Sean Murphy Bunting. See, this is the problem you guys don't understand. Once again, yes,
a better who? A
yeah,
better
a
who?
better Sean Murphy Bunting.
Is that proven? Is
Yes,
that proven?
yes,
Is that proven?
it was
How is that
proven. It was proven later on in the years. Again, something you
Okay.
guys don't understand. We had two rookies, Jamel Dean and Sean Murphy Bunting, who got better as the season progressed, and they hit a point to where they said, okay, we know what we're doing now. Not only are they learning a system, but it's the first time in the NFL. Some people get bumps and bruises. It's just what it is. You had what's his name, Josh Norman, who wasn't nothing his first 2 years with the Carolina Panthers, and then his third year he blew up. It's some people, some talent takes a year or two. Fortunately for us, it didn't even take a full year. It only took half the year, and then our secondary started balling. You talking about Michael Thomas? Ain't nobody worried about Michael Thomas, especially if he's in the outside.
Really?
Yeah, really. Because if we got him on the outside, he gonna get under 100 yards, just like we did with Julio Jones.
Oh,
25 yards, just like we did with DeAndre Hopkins.
Nick Jackson. What's your response?
Wait, hold
to
on. Wait, hold on. Let me tell you this real fast. You guys, other receiver that you guys have, that you guys brought in from San Francisco, I'll say when I just had remembered, like, he wasn't really that good. Like, Emmanuel Sanders, like, I know I had him on fantasy football.
Oh,
He
Lord.
wasn't really all that great.
Come on, Nick, man.
I
Come
know
on,
I ain't
fantasy
drinking
football,
too much,
Nick.
man.
Come on, Nick. Come on,
Just-
Nick.
I mean, no, I see what you're saying though, but like, yeah, I get it. Like, he has some games where he's good, yeah, but I just figured like he just wasn't all that great. I mean, unless I'm seeing something wrong, but
This is
like,
something that
tell me.
Saint fans ain't thinking about. That I've brought this up before. That y'all need to be thinking about this. I just
Oh,
said it.
God.
Michael Thomas eats in the slot. Y'all got Emmanuel Sanders to be in the slot. What does that do for Michael Thomas? How is that going to help him when Emmanuel Sanders is going to be getting those targets? in the slot?
That's quite hilarious because we got Emmanuel Sanders and we can still put Michael Thomas in the slot. Now you making excuses that Michael Thomas is only eating in the slot. So what that so what does that mean? Okay, so explain how you gonna stop it this time because the guy all of a sudden got
We
better. He
won't-
can cover
we
Michael
won't-
Thomas.
First of all, yes, he's gotten better. He can cover better. Second of all, we might not even have to because y'all gonna stop him from being in the slot because you have Emmanuel Sanders now. He gonna be playing in the
No.
slot.
You don't know that.
I'm
So you really
all
gonna
he's gonna do. But what I'm saying is, all them targets that Michael Thomas has, them can't guard Mike. All them 149 targets that he gets, that's not gonna be like that next year because now and if they try to target him, it'll be in the outside more, which he don't eat like he does against good corners in the outside. He eats more in the slot because the better corners are on the outside and the least corners are usually in the slot. That's why he eats. So all those 149 targets are not all going to be in the slot. And he ain't going to have 149 targets because Emmanuel Sanders there's now. So he's going to take a little, probably not a lot, but take some more away from him.
And all that's going to do is elevate the offense, RTP.
exactly.
That's going to make it more dangerous.
That's only if he gets open.
So,
That's only if he gets
my
open.
God. You just heard what you said. You just
Yes.
Did you just hear what you just said?
Did you not hear what I just said when I told
Yeah,
you Carlton
yeah.
Davis shut down Julio Jones 2 times to not go over
What the
100
hell
yards?
is that guy? Okay, RTP,
did you not hear me when I said Carlton
Julio
Davis
Jones?
shut
What the hell
down-
does they got to talk about Michael
Shut
Thomas?
down
What does that got to
DeAndre
do with him?
Hopkins for only 25 yards because he followed him the whole game? Y'all don't understand. Y'all sleeping on our secondary like they
no, because
nobody.
ain't nobody done Mike like that, though.
Put it
That's
like
what
this.
we said. We telling you. We
Yeah,
telling you, Buck fans, ain't
I
nobody
understand.
did Mike like that.
I understand nobody did Mike like that, and I'm telling you why. Because a lot
No,
of teams don't
it's-
have
it's-
a lot of teams
but
don't
it's
have
more-
players in the slot. That's
And
why.
listen, it's more prone to happen. The more targets that a person get, the more prone it's going to be to somebody, catching on to that, shutting it down. So we went to this man 100. He caught 149 targets and could nobody shut it up. RTP, you just talking, man.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Is Christian McCaffrey the second best wide receiver in the league then?
I mean, no. Why'd you say that?
Because I'm gonna tell you.
target
I'm gonna
over
tell you
there.
why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because his receptions is the same type of receptions Michael Thomas gets. That's why. He lives in the slot. That's why.
Now
And
that's
see, and that's like the same thing as saying, "Oh, Michael Thomas. The only reason why he's good is because he can just catch slants."
No.
You know what I'm saying? He just runs slants and just
Michael
catch.
Thomas, not Michael Thomas. The only reason why Michael Thomas seems elite to y'all is because of how many catches he gets. Michael Thomas is good. He's not Julio Jones. He's not even Mike Evans. And he damn sure ain't no Chris Godwin. Okay, so hold on. You're asking me a question. Let me break it down for you. If you're asking me the question, so y'all see Michael Thomas being what he's being because he lives in the slot and he's killing these nickelbacks, and that's cool. But the reason why he gets so many targets, and you say, oh, if you target him that much, you must be able to stop him. Well, it's hard to stop him for two reasons. One, he's living in the slot. He's usually bigger than the people that's playing nickel. Two, he got Drew Brees as his quarterback, so Drew Brees knows how to pinpoint accurate short routes. And three, his coach is Sean Payton, so he knows how to get the best mismatch for him. So it's not like Michael Thomas is out there just beasting because his quarterback sucks and his coaching sucks, but he's just a beast. No, his coach knows how to set him up with good mismatches, and his quarterback can put the ball where he needs to put it to make it easy for him to catch it. So he gets help, and that's why he's up there in the status with Julio Jones and all that stuff. But if you want to talk about a wide receiver and his talent, he's not that special. You put him in the outside, he ain't eating. You put him in the outside, he ain't taking the top off. Not against a good corner.
Hey, I'll tell you what, see, ARTP, what you said, that sounds all good. There is nothing that you told me that y'all going to stop Michael Thomas this Sunday. At the end of the day.
I mean, we're not going to stop Michael Thomas because
Wow.
Michael Thomas.
I thought he not on. I thought he not on Mike Evans' level.
Listen, he's not. But again, didn't you just hear what I said? He has a quarterback that's pinpoint accurate with short immediate routes, and he has a head coach that is very good offensively and scheming a game to get him the ball.
But he still got to get open. It comes up to him to be able to run the route and get separation.
Go back and watch the game against the Bucs. All that man did was run across the field and get the ball in zone coverage. That's y'all's fault. It was because we had a young secondary and they were still learning and getting it together. I understand that. That's not happening this year. Okay. That is not happening. It wouldn't have happened at the end of last year, is what I'm trying to tell you. And the only time he did get a catch was on Vernon Hargreaves. Vernon Hargreaves, who he could not burn. Do you understand how bad that is that he had to push off on a catch from Vernon Hargreaves to get a catch down the field? That's terrible.
We all know that Michael Thomas is not going to take a top off the defense. Far as like vertical routes and deep routes like that. Well, I ain't gonna say deep routes, but vertical routes. He's not gonna smoke nobody like that. But we don't need him to. He able to create separation. And far as all of these targets, RTP, it's these defensive coordinators should have been. They should have doubled them up, which they did. He still got open. You know, so what you're saying, that's not valid because they couldn't adjust to it. If he's
I still can't believe it. I still don't think they can adjust to it. Man. They still can't adjust to it.
There was nothing to adjust to. There was just, can my secondary cover them in zone or not? That's all it was. Again, they had to learn how to play together, be in zone and all that stuff. They did it. We went through the roller coaster with them. It is what it is.
Okay, so Sunday, what's the game plan for Mike Thomas? For Mike Thomas and our wide receiver, what's the game plan?
It's simple. We're just gonna do the same thing we did last year. We're just gonna execute it better. Plain and simple. You know why we're going to execute it better? Because not only are we good in zone now, and now not only does our second-year players know how to play this defense, but now we know how to play against the offense. Now we know how to disguise our coverages, all that stuff. There's so much stuff that our defense has learned as the year went on last year, and we brought it into this year and even got better because we have Tom Brady in the backfield who we practice against, who gets the ball out super fast, just like Drew Brees. So we were training all offseason, learning how to protect routes, learning how to protect routes that are going to be short, because we know that our pass rushers are going to try to get there and push the pocket, and Drew Brees is going to get the ball out. So now they're used to that. They're used to playing in this defense. They know where their help is at, and they know how to disguise the defense now. So that's
Now-
stuff that Drew Brees has to worry about now.
Now,
So he
now,
gotta
I do
worry
wanna-
about-
hold on. I do want to. Now you saying, oh, they're gonna pressure Drew Brees. Now, one thing is, y'all D line rarely gave us any issues last year.
You got a good O-line.
Nothing
I
at
give you
all.
that.
Okay, so
You
what?
got a good goal. You got a good O-line.
Breeze gonna be back there painting his toenails, man.
No, he's not gonna be back there painting his
He's gonna be
toenails.
back
He's
there
not-
painting
I'm
his
just saying,
toenails.
like,
Look,
come on now,
look.
like RTP, be for real, dog.
Uh-huh.
Like we push your man. What's this guy name, man? I forgot his name. Shaq Barrett. We put him on a milk carton, bro. Explain to me how he's gonna be any different this year. Please do.
Because again, our secondary knows what they're doing. Your people are not, for one, your people are not going to be getting open so fast like they were last year. Number two, now that our secondary knows how to disguise things, now that our secondary knows how to play with each other and knows what everybody's role is, because they've been in this defense for a second year now, they will be able to send more blitzes, send more one-on-one coverages, and now we're not just looking at our pass rush getting to the quarterback. Now you got to worry about blitzes coming from everywhere because this whole defense knows how to play now.
So I'll just say the question. First of all, with the chat, I'm sorry we hadn't been getting to you guys. You know, we just trying to figure out. We don't understand why, you know, what we're hearing from these Buck fans. But I want to read one comment that just this is for RTP. When did they learn all these coverages with no preseason? And basically no offseason.
Again, it happened. It
before
happened
you
it happened during the season last year. Is what I'm trying to tell you, bro. It wasn't. We're not coming on here saying, "Oh yeah, we had a good training camp. We're gonna be better this year." We seen the transformation during the season, the regular season last year. We seen it, and we said, "Damn, this defense is dope now. They know what they're doing now. It clicked. They got it. They understand it now." We saw the transformation last year.
Y'all might have seen some type of promise, but I'm saying against the New Orleans Saints, it's a whole different ball game.
It's not.
That's why you're running defense.
Why? Let me ask you this: why is it a whole different? Why is it a different ball game? Let me ask you: why is the Saints' offense so special that you guys think?
Well, coming into
I'm
this year, go ahead though. You do.
No. I mean, really, I'm not really. It's halfway asking this question. He's asking what makes us think the Saints' offense is so special. No, it's not about that right now. I just think I don't know what the hell the Bucs got to stop this offense.
I mean, I just told y'all what we got to stop the
you told
offense.
them, but you said that y'all learned that you said that y'all learned last year late in the season, and then you basically saying, oh, you're going to execute what you did last year and just make it better. You know, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
So if our defense got better, our offense got better, what does that say?
We just
It got better on paper. It got better on paper,
Come
right?
on, man. Y'all know it.
No.
I know y'all added your safety. I like him. I think he's a good addition. But I'm just saying, man, overall, man, how can you say that this defense got better when a game hasn't even been played yet?
Because
Including
again,
preseason.
we seen it last year. It got better. We're not saying, oh, it got better because training camp was so good. We seen it last year. We saw it get better last year. We went from Jamel Dean, our rookie corner, costing us a game in the Seattle that ended up going into overtime, him getting burnt and costing us a game in Seattle, to him playing in the Arizona game and saving the game for us. We're talking about Carlton Davis that, again, I don't know how many times I got to say it, man's confidence shot up after he guarded Julio twice and then shut down completely Hopkins. Like this, Carlton Davis had the second most pass deflections in the league, only behind Stephon Gilmore, the best corner in the league that everyone says. He's the only one that he had less pass deflections than. And Jamel Dean, who only played half of the season, almost had just as much as Carlton Davis. Because when he got on and they started watching film, the secondary completely transformed. Everybody in the secondary started watching film, and it was a wrap since then, and the defense been on since then.
Like I said, I don't. I'm not gonna sit here and say what y'all's defense, gonna do against other teams. Maybe what you said, it may be true. I'm talking about when it comes to the New Orleans Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened with those guys, you saying they improved, you saw improvement. Those guys are not. It's gonna be even worse now because we have another piece, at the wide receiver position. Those corners are not going to be able to guard Mike, and you can't put nobody else on them because we got Emmanuel Sanders out there now. So that just makes things
We
worse.
don't. This is the thing.
I'm
though.
just talking about the secondary.
I hear you. And this is what I'm saying. When I say Carlton Davis shuts down Julio and everybody else, I'm not saying, oh, it's good now because we're going to put Carlton Davis on Mike, so we're good now. Because we're probably not going to do that. Again, the way we're playing the Saints is probably going to be the same thing. The difference is Michael Thomas still going to get his numbers? He probably will. The difference is going to be in this game this year is that with those targets that you're giving Michael Thomas, some of them might turn into turnovers now because we're going to be jumping routes now. We're going to be running to the ball now. We're going to be putting more pressure on Brady now. We're going to be reacting to these quick routes a lot faster because we're used to it now. It's a different secondary. They're going to play the same game plan, but we just better at doing it now. That's the only difference. And again, that doesn't mean Michael Thomas is not going to have 100 yards. He may not. He may. He probably will. Because again, when you got a piece like that, a head coach that knows how to get that person open and get plays for him. Because again, it wasn't like Drew Brees was saying hike, dropping back, and Michael Thomas was running a route and beating the corner. No, that man had to literally run around the whole field, go through the middle of the field, and find an opening hole through the defense all the way on the other side. That's all he did.
And that says so much about how terrible y'all defense is. If he was able to go around the whole entire defense,
if you're playing zone, that's what happens. If you're playing zone and you go from one side of the field to the other side of the field, you don't got to be Michael Thomas to get open.
In zone coverage, you can do that. But once you see a receiver, you know what your assignment is. Once you see a receiver back to get behind you, you got to adjust to that. And
that's the thing. He wasn't getting behind us. He was catching balls underneath the defense. This is what I'm telling you. He wasn't eating like, oh man, he's just beating us over the top. No, he was running underneath the defense because everything was being guarded down the field, and that's it. And when no one's paying attention to him because Sean Payton knows how to put him on the outside. Oh, they're not paying attention. Put him in the slot. He knows what he's doing. It was nothing special.
That's y'all's fault. If y'all was guarding something, if y'all was all the way downfield and Breeze can't get the ball off like that, that's y'all's fault. Y'all should have
the difference
to throw the deep ball.
I have no problem with the game plan. Again, the difference is this time we will be able to execute to where we're going to be getting picks. That's the difference.
Sounds
That's
good.
The difference. It does.
That sounds good.
I mean, for a team to be sitting here and asking us, how is my defense going to stop one player? Like,
it's not just one player; it's the whole offense. How are you going to stop?
Who else?
Jared Cook.
Jared Cook. Messed up knee ran through y'all.
And no. See, and the funny thing is, you mentioned Kamara, and then you say, "Oh, we couldn't ground and pound." I mean, Levante David. I've seen Levante David, and look, I like Levante David. I think he's a beast. Levante David and Devin White. I've seen them struggle in coverage versus Kamara. So it's not like oh, Kamara's gonna be omitted.
When did Devin Levante might have had a season before where he struggled in coverage against Kamara?
I tell you what, man, that second game, Kamara, man, that was a play, man. Kamara caught the ball, put his foot in the ground, broke ankles, got a first down. I'm pretty sure that was probably against Devin White too.
Because he broke ankles, that means something.
Yeah, it means something because he ran for the first down. But no, what I'm saying is
Christian McCaffrey broke the hell out of Levante David. He still ended up with 110 yards for 2 games.
Now look, son, we let you talk this whole. Let me say what I got to see, bro. Because you said that Kamara was gonna, you know what I'm saying? You don't have no ground and pound. You don't do that. But y'all making it seem like y'all gonna omit Kamara out the game plan completely, and that's completely bullshit. You don't believe that.
We made it seem like what we're gonna do.
And look, like I said,
you gonna take Kamara out the game.
I said y'all linebackers are pretty good, but guess what? I've seen Kamara juke them damn linebackers, bro.
Yeah, again, so has Christian McCaffrey. And ask him how that turned out. Ask him what he did
Because
against the Bucks
they
twice.
had to rely on him the whole game.
I'm pretty sure they won.
They had to rely on McCaffrey the whole game, RTP. That's why you can ask them what happened. It probably didn't go well. And they got to force the guy the ball to get the start going.
And what do you think we're going to do with y'all?
We can dish it to AK. We can come with a screen game to him. We can go to Mike, Emmanuel, Jared Cook.
This is where you guys are getting confused because you're making it seem like my whole team has to stop Michael Thomas. Again,
oh my God! I literally just listed Jared Cook. We just said Kamara.
No, again, listen to what I'm saying. You're making it seem like the Bucks have to use a lot of resources to stop Michael Thomas.
They need to use. They need to use a hell of a lot more than what y'all used last year. I can tell you that. Not just last year, the past few years.
We don't. How about this? Our defense has been trashed the past few years. And with a quarterback that turns over the ball a lot the last few years. How many times have you swept us the last few years?
We swept the last year. I know that.
Before last year, how many times have y'all swept us?
I don't know, but that's we talking about recent.
Okay.
We're talking about
and what I'm saying is our defense is way better than it's ever been for I don't know how long. Our offense has always been high. You know that.
They got talent. I will say they got talent.
The only difference between this offense now is we have a quarterback that's not going to turn over the ball as much. That's the only difference. So to sit here and act like you guys have no idea how we're going to stop the offense has never been a problem. The offense is, you guys got a nice offense and a nice quarterback, but y'all not built like Kansas City Chiefs where people are worried about, oh my God, we got. Look, Michael Thomas is eating in the slot. It's not a big deal, bro.
The only thing that separates Kansas City from us is that Kansas City are able to make explosive plays because you got fast guys like Tariq, you got a strong arm, and that's the only thing that separates the two offenses.
That's a big difference. That's a big difference.
But you still can't nobody keep us in check. It was only one team that really kept us in check last season. And that was
it's not even about us and anybody else. It's about us and the Bucks, bro. Like y'all have not been stopping us like that, like you insist. The Bucks.
We had Teddy Bridge. Teddy Bridge
thank you. Jesus Christ, man.
I don't know how many times I have to
put up
explain against rookie corners, bro. Like how do you not understand that, bro? Like you were literally going, not even rookie corners, a rookie secondary. Matter of fact, Mike Edwards, our rookie safety, was out there playing at that time, which is how Jared Cook ate. Like you got to understand, bro. What you saw last year was not, that's the Bucs defense. No. You might have seen a pass rush there and us stopping the run, maybe. Yeah, you saw that. The linebackers maybe. But the secondary, this is not the same secondary, bro. It's different. It's a better secondary. It's a way better secondary.
Okay, but let's get to I said, Paul. I mean, the truth is, it's just going in your ear and out the other. The real truth about your defense.
Yeah, I was about to say, man. So hey, hold on. I just wanted to say, man, we definitely gave Nick some help because Nick just sitting back quiet, man.
Why is it hard for y'all to why is it hard for y'all to believe that my secondary is what I'm telling you it is? Like what my second put it like this. Let me ask you this.
I gotta see it.
Let me ask you this. RTP. Okay. For one is unproven. Two, it was the worst part of your defense last year. I felt like that was a huge reason why, teams,
And even last year in training camp last year, if y'all go back and watch my videos, I'm saying like that's really what I'm worried about is our secondary. I don't know what this young secondary is going to look like. I don't know how they're going to be. Even after preseason, when they look bad and then they look better in another preseason, I was like, I still don't know, man. It's regular season's different. I was there. I believe me, I was worried about my secondary. But what if? Okay, how about this? If my secondary, my corners, my safeties, if they were as good as your secondaries, would you be worried about our defense more?
Wait, you can ask that again? I didn't.
If my secondary, our corners and our safeties, was as good as the Saints secondary, corners and safeties, and you knew that, would you be worried more about the defense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me say this. Our secondary is better than your secondary.
We're not WD. We're not commenting to that. Okay, RTP. that make you go to sleep tonight, man, or through the week. That's good, man.
What makes you think it's not?
Well, RTP, we're not gonna get on that subject.
No, yes we are. Why wouldn't you think my secondary is not better than your secondary?
We're not gonna do that.
Okay, why wouldn't you think our secondary is as good as your secondary? How about that?
We can't. I don't have no interest in talking about that, man.
Janoris Jenkins, we know Janoris Jenkins can't cover Mike or Chris Godwin.
You sure about it?
I'm positive about that. The whole world who watched that Giants game is positive about that.
Is he better than Eli Apple, though? Is he better than Eli Apple, RTP?
He looked just as bad. In fact, I think Eli Apple had better plays against Mike Evans than Janoris Jenkins.
Oh, Janoris Jenkins wasn't out there for the Bucs games.
Yes, he was.
I'm talking about he wasn't out there like as a starter, like ingrained. He had just out there.
No. He was with the Giants against Mike Evans, and he got eaten up. Just like Lattimore got eaten up by Evans when you guys put him one-on-one.
Oh, hold on. All right, now you talking about 2 years ago with Fitzpatrick. That's what you talking about.
I'm talking about any time they leave Lattimore alone with Evans. Anytime.
Oh, really? Really now?
Really
now? Because what happened last year? You know what's so funny? What happened last year?
They didn't leave him alone.
Because
safety over the top.
Because our RTP explain how PJ Williams how does he limit Mike Evans? Since you talking about Mike Evans right now, how does PJ limit Mike Evans?
PJ doesn't limit Williams, Mike Evans, and Lattimore doesn't limit Mike Evans.
He limited him in the second game. The
defense game plan limits Mike Evans. It's not one man. Nobody will guard Mike Evans one-on-one.
So you saying we got a safety, over the top of Mike? That's what you're saying?
Yeah. Or some type of help over the top. Might not be a safety. Might be a second corner. Corner over the top. So you're not stopping it. See, this is where your whole game plan just falls apart, because you have to do that to stop Mike or slow down Mike Evans. You have to.
So what we doing with Chris Godwin then? Since we got to get help to Mike Evans, so coming from you, that's what you saying. So what we doing with Chris Godwin then? We leaving him out on the island with somebody?
No, you're playing zone. You're not matching up. This is the thing with a lot of you fans, man. Y'all think your corners is really out there. Just I'm on this guy. That's it. Just like we did with against you guys, and we zoned up everything. You guys are doing the same thing. You're not leaving nobody one-on-one. None of your corners can cover any of our wide receivers one-on-one. None of your linebackers. Nobody on your defense can cover anybody on our offense one-on-one. That's the truth. Not Grunk, not OJ, not Mike Evans, not Chris Godwin, not Scotty Miller. None of them are getting covered one-on-one. You have to be in zone. Now, that might work with Winston, because when you play zone with Winston, you know he's trying to throw down the field. You can shade all your zones down the field, and you're slowing down Winston. But with Brady, he going to pick you apart. He'll check that ball down in a heartbeat if you give it to him. And you know you can't stay in zone because you're going to get picked apart by Brady. This is your guys' problem. This is your nightmare that you guys are not realizing.
You hear this, WD?
No. Yeah. I hear you.
My God.
Okay, so that's what I was asking. I was asking Nick about that.
Fans don't want to hear this. They don't really want to hear the truth. They don't want to
That's
hear
not-
the
no,
Nick, come on to talk. Come on, we got you some help. Come on, speak up like you
No,
were.
no, no. But what I was about to say, I asked Nick earlier. I asked. I said, yeah. I said, how does that O line play a huge part? Because much like Jameis Winston, I thought he held on the ball quite a longer time. Obviously,
Right.
Brady's going to get the ball out quicker.
damn near
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I feel like we have the linebacker, we have the Mario Davis, we have safeties like Malcolm Jenkins and CGJ to rally. You know what I'm saying? Rally.
What against us?
Yes.
How you know?
How I know? Because
how do you know?
We done it before. I mean,
done it with Mario.
we didn't have Malcolm.
You've never had to. Jameis never checks the ball down. You've never had to.
Oh goodness, man!
You've
Look at
never
Jameis
had
been-
to.
Jameis been
us,
getting-
against
Jameis
us,
been
all
getting-
you've had to do is cover down the field against us. That's all you've had to do against this offense. That's all. Cover down the field with Jameis.
So you think all we gotta do is wait for check downs this time around, man? Because I think
No,
so.
what I'm saying is if you play man on man, you're getting eaten up. Whether it's Jameis or whether it's Tom Brady, you're getting eaten up because you're not going to cover our weapons one-on-one. If you play zone, you're going to get killed to death because you know Brady. Brady will pick apart any defense. And if you covering down the field, we just going to check it down and take those easy 5, 6, 10-yard check downs every time.
So I just want to
You
make.
haven't had to worry about that against this offense.
I just want to make this clear. So basically, you saying we haven't been playing man to man against Mike Evans.
No, it's not. I'm not saying the whole time. Nobody plays one coverage the whole time. I'm saying the game plan is not man on man. The game plan is not man on man. The game plan is zone. It has to be. You can't have a game plan one-on-one against the Tampa Bay Bucks. You can't do that. Not with the weapons we have. You switch it up, yeah, of course. Everybody switches it up. Again, we played man on man against you guys, but the game plan was zone. You can see it. That was the game plan.
But you clearly wasn't watching the game. If you saying we was in zone more than we was in man,
you were definitely in zone more than you were in man. I watched the game. I broke down the game. I seen how
you broke down your team.
I broke down your defense because I wanted to see why the heck why every time we play the Saints do we have problems on the offense. We always have problems against the Saints with the offense. Like we don't have weapons no more. So I'm like, is it really them locking Mike Evans down? Like I wanted to see. Is it really them locking Mike Evans down? What is it? Why all of a sudden we start stuttering in offense? And when I watched the tape, it was simple. You guys were blitzing your linebackers, acting like you wasn't blitzing, and then you would drop into coverage and then blitz again. That was one thing you guys were doing. The second thing you were doing was you were switching off your corners. Your corner, you would have one safety, and he would know one safety over the top, and the corner, whoever was guarding Mike, would know when obviously when he's gonna have help over the top and when he's not gonna have help over the top. And when he had help over the top, he just stuck everything underneath Mike Evans. It's not hard. It's a simple game plan. It works. It's a good game plan. The thing is, Jameis, being Jameis, is not seeing any of the routes underneath of all that zone coverage you guys were doing when you guys are dropping back. Jameis isn't looking at that. He's looking at for freaking Mike Evans or Chris Godwin down the field. By the time he goes back to his check down, he's probably getting sacked. So
I mean, this my thing. When you play zone coverage, you don't think at some point that Mike Evans can get behind somebody or through a seam, can get in a seam to where you saying that Mike Evans couldn't adjust to that. I'm talking about the game where he had one catch. You can adjust. You can adjust your route running.
It's not Mike. You can't. First of all, no one adjusts their routes just on the fly. Like you're not gonna run
throughout the game. If you seeing that when you're playing zone coverage that has been effective against you're gonna
you can
adjust
call routes. You can call a different game plan. You can call different plays. But if you watch those games, go look at all of our routes. You have 3-4 people going down the field. Mike Evans can't say, oh, they're still playing the zone. Let me cut this route short and do over here and beat the zone. You have to run your routes. Whatever is being called, you have to run your routes. Now, was our head coach kind of throwing Jameis under the bus? Because if you see that they're just covering deep and you just call deep routes, I mean, can you put that on the head coach? Yeah, of course. So was he kind of throwing Jameis under the bus? Was it just him being stubborn? I don't know. I can't tell you which one it was, yes or no. I don't know. But I can tell you what was happening, which was those were the calls that were being called. And after a while, they started calling plays where there was checkdowns, where there was underneath routes. If you guys watch that game, you'll see after like the first or the second or the third possession that we got, Jameis started hitting the underneath routes, but he's still looking for the deep routes. Now, again, with Tom Brady, whether BA calls it or not, Tom Brady has the confidence and the power to say, I know what they're doing. Scotty, I want you to go short. Mike, I want you to go short. Let me audible this route. Let me hot route this. Let me hot route that. Or, okay, I'm going to send everybody down the field so y'all cover him, and I'm going to just take the check down. This is a whole different ball game. Okay, you talking about going against Jameis Winston, someone who's still trying to prove himself in the first year of this BA system that makes everybody throw the most interceptions that they've ever thrown in their career. Okay, you got Jameis that always already throws down the field. Now he's trying to prove himself because he wants to stay a buck. Okay, and it's his first year in this system. Versus now, Tom Brady, who is running the show, who you know can pick apart a defense, who you know is going to take the check down and make the right read. It's a completely different ball game with this offense. Not only that, Mike Evans, there's a difference between Jameis throwing down the field and Mike Evans going up, jumping, grabbing the ball, coming down with it, or Tom Brady pinpoint accuracy, as you guys like to see all the time with Drew Brees, and drop the ball perfectly so Mike Evans don't have to stop and can hit him on stride, and a 30-yard catch or 20-yard, 25-yard catch will turn into a home run touchdown because Brady can actually aim the ball down the field. It's a whole different ball game offensively. Y'all worried about the defense that you saw last year, which is a completely different defense, and you think you know offensively, you think you know what we are offensively, you have no idea, bro.
Well, hold on. Now you saying offensively we don't have no idea. That's one thing, you know, we ain't really said much about, you know, if the offense really we don't know what to expect from the offense right now. Right. But you know, I know one thing for certain. One thing for certain though, that O-line, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we could make some things happen with that O-line, bro. I think we have the D-line. We have the interior pressure.
It don't matter what quarterback. It don't matter what quarterback is behind center. If he's back there getting pressure, you know, it's going to be uncomfortable for him.
Put it like, I agree with you. I agree with you. But the pressure that y'all got last year is not the same pressure that you're going to get this year.
And why is that?
And for one, we got better on the O-line. And I'm not going to sit here and act like, we head over heels better now, like we're not worried about the pass rush. No, I still worry about the O-line. Especially
can we go through the O-line right quick? Yeah, I got matchups for y'all's O-line versus our D-line. Can we go through that right quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well let's start. Let's start at y'all's left tackle. You got Donovan Smith going up against Davenport. Davenport is pissed off. You know, basically our coaches, lost trust in him. Not as a player, but you know he's been injury prone, so they couldn't trust him being healthy. So he felt a type of way coming into Sunday, going up against this scrub Donovan Smith. Who do you think gonna win that matchup? Donovan Smith.
Exactly. Donovan Smith.
I love it.
If it was anybody else that you would have named on your D line, I would have said them. Davenport, I'm gonna say Donovan Smith.
What makes you say that?
Because we know what y'all have in Davenport. We all know that Davenport's been a bust. So we're not gonna sit here and act like just like you're gonna say, we haven't seen it. Well, we haven't seen Davenport either. Just because he had a good training camp.
Davenport has eaten against y'all. What you mean, man? Our whole D line has ate against you guys.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm afraid of Davenport. Your whole D line is good.
Okay.
Again. Your whole D line is good. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm afraid of Davenport. If you want to talk about O line versus D line, y'all got it. I already said y'all got it. That's our weakest part of our team.
So how
But
if you say that, how
the
can you just say that Tom Brady is going to have all this time to get all this stuff off?
Because that's where you're wrong. See, the time that Jameis had is way more than enough time for Tom Brady. That's the difference. That's what I'm saying. Our O-line, your D-line got our O-line. That's a given. We got that. You guys got that. Good for you. The problem is Brady don't need the same time that Jameis had. If Brady got the time that Jameis had, it's still good enough. And he probably going to get more time than what Jameis had. Next question.
We're gonna see about that, man.
We definitely gonna see.
No, like I'm saying that doesn't. I know what you're saying. Jameis, he was holding on to the ball a long time, but we got Sheldon Rankins coming back. He gonna cause some interior pressure, and y'all's right guard is not gonna be ready for that. Sheldon Rankins wasn't.
You might be right. You might be right.
He wasn't a factor.
But this is look. This is how I see it. Because again, I'm not gonna sit here and just deny or rebuttal just to rebuttal because you're a Saint fan. You're right. Your D line is going to be a problem for our O line. It just is. I understand that. But again, the time that Brady's going to have is more than enough. That's one. Okay. 2, the weapons that we have.
A question?
Go ahead.
My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Your name right or wrong. What makes y'all think Winston is going to be or is good? Like, what makes y'all think that he's good?
Oh, God,
Winston not even going to be in the ball game. I mean, right now.
Like, I'm just saying. Let me settle this right quick, okay? But hold on.
I'm not done yet.
Okay, go ahead.
I just see like some Saints fans talk about that he's going to be, good and learn behind, Sean Payton and and Drew Brees, and I'd be wondering like, he's back there on the sidelines and like third string holding a damn clipboard and stuff.
Okay,
he's not going to be good.
And I'm about to respond to you this is going to be real simple. Okay, we do not expect Jameis to even hit the field this season. And the only way that happens is if Breeze were to get hurt. Jameis might not even be on this team next season. We are not worrying about Jameis Winston right now. So
let me
tell your other fans that because they believe that he's gonna end up like starting.
I haven't heard that from. I'm deep within my fan base, and I hadn't heard that.
Let me just give my opinion.
They do got some. They do got some Saints. They do have some Saints fans that like Jameis.
I'll tell you that right now. I can tag you.
I'm talking about having an impact within games this year. I mean, he ain't even gonna be a factor in games unless somebody get hurt. So how can somebody say how good Jameis gonna be or he learning behind Sean? He gonna get a year to sit and learn the offense, but as far as him being, in the games this year, that's just gonna be only due to injury.
Me personally, I hope you guys do let go of Jameis. I don't want y'all to keep Jameis.
Well, why are you afraid of Jameis?
Jameis, I think Jameis is a baller. Plain and simple. The man is doing things that none of these other young quarterbacks are doing. Plain and simple. None of these young quarterbacks, not Mahomes, none of these young quarterbacks could listen to what I'm saying. None of these young quarterbacks can do what Jameis has been asked to do. Plain and simple. Mahomes would have never been able to run a dirt cutter system and definitely wouldn't been able to run a BA system. It just wouldn't have happened. He would not have been able to do it at all. None of these young quarterbacks can. Jameis is being asked to run old school football. None of these young quarterbacks are being asked to do that. Everybody else is being asked to bootleg RPOs and all that other BS, that college crap. So when I talk about Jameis, look, I think the man's a baller. If he can get rid of the turnovers, he'll kill the league. He'll kill the league. But I don't know if I want to say fortunately, I don't think the league's going to allow him. He's a black man who plays quarterback like a real quarterback, and I don't think they want that to happen. So I think they're killing his career, and I think Sean Payton's in on it. He's doing to him what Belichick did to Tim Tebow. That's my take on it. But let's go back to the Bucks and Saints.
Good question, Nick.
What
You talking about with Jameis? Okay.
Thank
Sean
you.
Payton is doing to Jameis Winston what Belichick is doing to Tim Tebow, which is ending his career. That's what he's doing. That's
Now,
what I
can I
think.
ask another question?
Go ahead.
Okay, so now what y'all asked me earlier about the whole Tom Brady thing and the whole secondary thing, and I was like trying to elaborate myself, but it's just that you guys were talking, and like I said, I have mad respect for y'all, just like talking, etc. But it's just that, like I said, our secondary, like how Prayers has said, our defense has gotten a lot better. And what I said that is that Tom Brady makes our secondary defense better. They've gotten better, and what being so that Tom Brady's there, his presence is there. The defense is gonna be stepped up, like at least like much better for our defense, and it's obvious. Like I mean, with being a goat that's there, they're gonna end up stepping up even more. With our secondary. That's just how I see it. But y'all may see football much different than I do. But I just think, with his presence being there, they're gonna be doing good.
Well, I will say this, and that's why I got the respect for Brady. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's just gonna come and take over the NFC or anything like that. But what I'm saying is, the thing about Tom Brady is, as much as people gonna call him a crybaby, man, he's very competitive. That's the thing that worries me, when with Tom Brady on that side. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Everything I said
Okay,
is,
so let me.
is just assuming that we're hitting the ground running. Let me make that clear. Everything that I've talked about is just assuming, because I don't care who you are, what team your team is. Like, it's week 1. There was no preseason. No one knows how anybody's gonna look that first week. It could be a whole bunch of penalties, a whole bunch of holding, a whole bunch of all kind of crap could just look awful. So I'm talking as far as just assuming we're gonna hit the ground running. Now that doesn't mean that week 1 or even week 2. I've already made the prediction that if we do come out looking bad, it has to be better by week 3 at least week 3, because that's when it started offensively. That's when it started clicking for Jameis and the rest of the weapons from week 3 and on. So that's how I look at it. I'm just assuming that we're gonna come out ready because it's Tom Brady.
Can I ask this last question?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, so being that when we had Fitzpatrick week 1, and we had our right tackle, that was like I wouldn't say he was decent. I'll give him decent. We came in here, beat y'all with the weapons that we've had: Mike Evans, Deshaun Jackson, OJ Howard, and Brady. What makes y'all think that our weapons that we have now can beat this defense?
I didn't say that. We didn't say that. We didn't say this y'all passing game and
No.
all y'all weapons.
That's just a question. Like,
That's where I was going to get into, because
No, but you just said what makes us think. I mean, what makes us think? Nah, I mean, far as y'all's offense, ain't nobody thrashing. Y'all's offense. We know it's gonna be an issue because y'all got Tom Brady. He's not gonna turn the ball. He's a more smarter quarterback, than Jameis is. So he gonna make better decisions. That ain't never been debatable. My thing with that is, I believe we can get enough pressure on Brady to have him not as comfortable, that he's been in the past, up in New England. But far as y'all's receivers and stuff like that, they get respect. But far as this Mike Evans thing, Mike Evans was held to 1 catch last year. I just want to say that, he just ain't gonna, Sean can play press up on him, and he not gonna get off like that.
Watch him.
That's what I'm saying.
Watch him.
That's what I'm saying. I would say this with Janoris Jenkins. I think he's gonna play good, but I'm not 100% because I don't know. If he gonna bring that Giants play that he had in him. I would say that I'm unsure about the Janoris Jenkins and Chris Godwin matchup, but I know what Sean gonna do with Mike. And then we have to trust if Chris Godwin getting off, but I believe Janoris gonna hold it down. But I'm for
Yeah.
certain with Sean though.
Yeah, and I will add.
Okay.
Hold on,
Well,
Nick. I do want to add because you made it seem like we were scratching your receivers. No, that wasn't the case. Hell, I even gave credit to Scott, the Scott guy, man, the slot.
Scotty Miller.
I think he can create big problems for us if we ain't paying attention to that.
He's
Right.
gonna create big problems for a lot of people
oh,
because a lot of people ain't gonna be
okay.
paying attention to him.
But
But again,
what I was getting
okay.
at is that like y'all made it sound like like I didn't know what I was talking about. But and like I said, no disrespect. Like I said, I have much love for y'all, but it's just
Huh?
that it's how is that like where I like how I'm going off by with Perez is like how I explain things where it's like now that we have a lethal running back, we have depth at running back and wide receivers. I just think that it gives off more where Tom Brady. He does a little bit more play actions, and it's going to do a little bit more things for Mike Evans and Chris Godwin to get open and everything. And you guys are saying that, like, my receivers are going to get shut down.
No, we did not say that. We
No,
did
I
not just say.
said I
No,
said
no,
you
no.
needed
Hold
help.
on.
So you
Not
didn't say
Nick.
that.
Not Nick. First of all, we did not make it seem like you didn't know what you was talking about. You came in here looking very shaky. It seemed like you was very nervous with your words. That was the deal. We didn't say any of that, which you
And your
said.
same type of energy on Facebook Live and stuff was a whole different story. That's
It's
why
all
that's what made me bring you on here. You had a whole nother type of vibe, you know, on Facebook Live. You said, Saints fans hating, we jealous, this and that. Your run defense built like that, woody woo. And then we on here and you talking about, oh, yeah, y'all do have a good receiving core. The same type of energy is a little
Nick, how,
different.
how many
it
times
was
you been
what it,
in a live hangout, Nick?
Wait, say that again.
How many times have you been in a live hangout like this?
I mean, I've been a good couple. You know what I'm saying? I just get on there because, like I said, like I like to talk shit because you guys Saints fans, some of you guys Saints fans get on there and talk reckless, saying, "Oh, how you guys gonna beat us and everything," and then when the other Saints fans say, "Oh, we have Winston and he's gonna dominate," because I can tag him, I can definitely tag you in that. But who's been saying Winston is going to be that next quarterback behind, or at least when Drew Brees leave and stuff. And he's like I said, he's been, I got these Saints fans that they said that kind of stuff, and I'm like, dude, y'all like are literally delusional when y'all say stuff like that when he's going to be a good quarterback. Like, I just don't see it. Like with Winston,
Why do
Was
y'all?
they saying that for was they saying that for this season or in the future? In the future, I mean, we can have optimism, optimism on Jameis, but far
Why
as
do
this
y'all think you're gonna
2020
beat
season,
us?
they was
but
not
but
saying
no.
that.
See, my problem with this is, man, I get tired of this. Oh, y'all, you see, y'all group all these fans like they all saying the same thing. This don't got nothing to do with us. I'm not even part of that group and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just listening. I'm just here doing this, and you saying that we said this, we said that. All of it is documented. You know what I'm saying? All this is in the video. You can go back earlier. Now, with these guys saying in this group, I don't have no idea what you're talking about. So
I said you needed help because
okay.
you wasn't coming off with that same type of energy that you
right,
was.
you was definitely nervous.
That caused me to
No,
reach
no,
out to you and ask for you to come on here with that same energy.
I want to know why y'all think you're gonna beat the Bucks.
yeah, and like I said,
Oh, I think we can beat the Bucks because I just think we still got that same good team from the past 3 years. I
here we
think I
go.
like what we added in. And man, you saying what you mean? Here we go. I'm telling you, I'm explaining it to you. What else do you want me to say?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah,
So
I have the
what else
same
you want me to
energy.
say?
I only have the same energy because you know what I'm saying. I like to get on there and off NFC Elite and I like to talk my shit because Saints fans they come on here and laugh, think that they're gonna beat our ass like it's gonna be like 34-10 or something like that. And I'd be looking at them like,
It's
are they
possible.
for
It's
real?
But
Like,
possible.
but okay. See no, but see you saying that okay. At the same time. There's a bunch of Bucks fans saying oh they're gonna beat the hell out of us and oh they're gonna win the division. Fans are gonna say things. There are fans that are gonna say different things. You know what I'm saying? That don't got nothing to do with here. It's playing.
right, and I get
Yeah.
that. I get that, but I'm saying is that like with our offense and being that we have Fitzpatrick a good couple of years ago or last year or etc. Like our offense is much way better than freaking last either
Here,
year
This
year
is the
ago or
thing,
2
Nick.
years ago we
This
had
is the thing,
Fitzpatrick,
Nick.
and it's like, dude,
Saint fans have been cuddled by Falcon fans. That's the thing. Okay.
Here we go.
Saint fans have been cuddled by Falcon fans. Saint fans like to argue with Falcon fans. The Saint fans like to say, "Oh, that's our rival," and this and this and that, and make it about them too. Why? Because they look like them. They look like each other. They both have the same type of franchise. As far as they're both old. Okay. They both about the offense. The only reason why Saints have been better in these last years is because they finally got a little something on the defensive side. But they're just like the Falcons. They both old as hell. They both been really bad for a really long time. And the Saints like talking to the Falcons because the Falcons don't have a ring. So they like to make it seem like that's our competition. And at the end, we could just say, we got a ring, you didn't. And the Bucs are completely opposite, just like the Panthers. Both the Bucs and the Panthers, even though the Bucs in the beginning didn't have a good franchise in the beginning, they still got better way faster than the Saint franchise did or the Falcons franchise did. They got better really fast. So did the Panthers. Bucs based their franchise on defense. So did the Panthers. So it's really Panthers and Bucs and Saints and Falcons. But if you know the history of the South, everybody is beating up on everybody because as long as the Bucs have been in the basement and been bad for I don't know how many years in the South, I think it's either the Saints or the Panthers. They might even be tied for the most division titles, and it's only like 3. It's only like 3. So what does that say? For the longest, we didn't have a back-to-back division winner till the Panthers did it a few years ago for the first time. So what I'm trying to say is they like to talk at the Falcons, right? And they always act like, oh, it's the Falcons and us and the Falcons and us.
What so now that with your Bucs?
I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm gonna tell you why. Like, because now the Bucs have entered the room. And y'all are looking at us like, well, it's just the Bucs.
No, to keep it high.
Oh my God! Wait, no, man, are you kidding me? No, see, it's like you clearly don't have a clue. It's like you don't clearly see that we're saying, man, this is a big matchup, man. They got Brady. It's Brady versus Breeze. This is probably the biggest matchup of the year.
That's the only reason. That's the only reason. But that's why you guys can't see what we're trying to tell you, which is screw Tom Brady, okay? Throw Tom Brady away. The rest of this roster, before Tom Brady, before Gronkowski, before Leonard Fournette, that defense was going to explode the next year already. The offense was already dangerous. So we're not a good opponent because we got Tom Brady now. So now the Bucs are a worthy opponent. We were already a worthy opponent. Again, even with Jameis, y'all, last year was the first time y'all swept Jameis. So even with Jameis, y'all couldn't sweep us. We were always a worthy opponent. But now that we got Gronk, now that we got Brady, now that we got Leonard Fournette, now that we got LaShawn McCoy, which, again, I don't even care about none of those pieces except for Brady. Now that we got Brady, we're not a worthy opponent. We about to take over. Like, this division's ours. Like, it's going to go through us. And that's just what it is. Because y'all been doing what y'all been doing for I don't know how many years. Same thing like I was telling Falcon fans. Y'all got to explode it eventually. Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, that don't scare nobody no more. Everybody's been through that several times. Ain't nobody worried about that no more. Saints are doing the same thing. The only difference is they hit on their defense more than the Falcons did. So they're more relevant. They're more stable as a team because they've hit on their defense and the Falcons haven't hit on their defense. So y'all have been able to take over the division and be that, what you guys are. And a lot of these other teams that can't score couldn't keep up with y'all. But what happens when you guys get in the playoffs? You play a team that can kind of score or take control of the time and have a defense. And that's where you guys go bad. And that's why we're going to take
Bert,
over.
can I say
How
something?
can you talk about us in the playoffs when you rarely even sniffing it? I don't understand.
Because I'm telling you, we have
Wait,
the best defense.
but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, dog. Like that all that it sounds good, bro. You know, you saying you about to take
Can I
over.
say
You
something?
saying you about to take over the division, bro. But I would love to shut that shit down this week and have Brady looking crazy. You know, knocking over the ice cooler and shit,
Right.
and having a seeing it as that this year was a 1-year rental for Brady, and y'all go back down the basement where y'all belong at.
And I know the storyline sound good. You know, Brady coming.
It sounds
Wait,
good.
can I say
It
something?
sounds
He's
good.
not.
And
Can I
I
say
know the
something?
storyline sound good, but you know, you got the Kings right here. You know, you gotta get past us to even, you know.
No doubt. I
Okay,
understand.
well,
What
you
I'm
know you
what
talking
I'm
like you don't know who the Kings are right
no,
now.
what I'm saying
It's
is
us right now.
what I'm saying is with the rosters and the situations that we've had to deal with before, y'all weren't that hard to knock off at least once.
Wow.
So to have the roster and the quarterback and the coaching staff that we have now, you guys are not going to be that big of a problem.
And I'm gonna say it like this. RTP. Our team is we have just as many good players, if not better than you.
No, you don't.
Our coaching
You
is
don't.
way top notch than yours.
Your roster is nowhere
Our line of
close
scrimmage,
to our roster, bro.
our line of scrimmage alone destroys yours, man.
If your defense destroys our O-line, again, I will give you that. That is the only thing. If you go player for player, position for position,
You don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that.
You do not want to do
Tell me a
that,
position
man.
besides running
say
back. Besides running back, tell me a position you don't want to go position to position for.
This
Tell me.
old line.
The only thing you have,
I give you the O-line.
The only thing that you have better, the only thing that you have better than us right now is basically receivers. Y'all have multiple good receivers, and that's still saying we got
Multiple
somebody like
receivers,
Michael
and our running back room is better than your running back room. Our
Palmer.
tight end,
Now,
all
hold
of our
on.
tight
Now,
ends are better than your tight ends.
Let me stop you right
All
there.
of our,
Let me stop
our
you right
linebackers are better than
Okay.
your linebackers. Our
I'ma say it like this.
outside linebackers are better. Our interior D line is better. Our corners are better.
Huh?
And you will see this year that our
y'all
safety is
Huh?
better.
Oh man.
Huh? What does Sue do? What does Sue do? You say interior pressure, right? What does Sue do?
Vita Vea is better than anybody you got in the interior D
Are
line.
you kidding me?
Period. Oh,
Are you kidding me?
crazy.
David
Crazy.
Ayamada is an elite run stopper. Are you
Bro,
kidding me?
stop.
Sheldon-
Vita
a
Vea
healthy-
is
a
the
healthy-
best nose tackle
A
in the game.
healthy,
Stop it.
healthy Sheldon Rankins. Are you
my
kidding me?
God.
Are
Ain't
you
nobody
kidding me?
better than Vita. There's no better nose tackle than Vita Vea. Period.
Your pass rushers damn
Period.
sure ain't better than ours.
Oh,
Not
okay. So
Shaq Barrett.
The sack leader. You're right. You're right.
Shaq
You're
Barrett
right.
ain't doing nothing like
You're
Cameron
right.
Jordan, man.
You're right. Has
Come
Cameron
on,
Jordan never
now.
been the sack leader? Wait, has
Cameron
he ever
I'll
been
tell
a
you
sack
what.
leader?
What Cameron Jordan does translate to wins, man.
Has he ever been a sack leader?
No, he's been a complete defensive
Okay.
end though.
And
He stops the run. He does it all. He flips the passes.
You're gonna run into that problem a lot. You're gonna run into every time you mention somebody on your team. I'm gonna tell you, well, does he produce like my player? And you're gonna say no, but he wins. That's all you're gonna say because
none of your corners are better than Marshawn Lattimore. So
all right, like I said, I can't fault you guys for sleeping on the secondary because it's not your team, so I can't.
we're not. I don't think we're sleeping on it. I don't think.
What I'm saying.
See, wait. No. Hold on, CB. I know I'm stopped. But see, when he says something like that, and he say, "Oh, you're sleeping on the secondary," hell, it's like it's so hard for you to give somebody like Marshawn Lattimore credit, bro. That's your way of running away from that. I see that.
What
bro.
do you mean?
I can see it as clear as day. You're like, "Oh, you sleeping on our secondary," but every time we mention somebody like Marshawn Lattimore, you just do not want to give him credit for anything. That's better than any of your. He's better than any of your corners. It's not even close. It's not even close. It's not even close.
He gets killed.
Shut that shit up, man. Come on,
he
man.
gets
It's
killed
not close at all.
All your corners get. All your cornerbacks get beat.
Not Carlton
one-on-one.
Davis.
Like,
Not Carlton Davis. No, he did it.
And you want
Go
to know why
watch
he
the
leads?
tape.
You want to know why he leads and tip to boss because they keep passing to this dude.
Yeah, they passed the line. A lot of them didn't get
they be passing
completed.
to this dude.
And they didn't get completed.
Oh my God!
You can pass all you want. Go ahead. You ain't completing them.
RTP, I mean, I give you credit for riding for your boys, but just make you gotta be realistic though.
How am I not being
You gotta
realistic?
be realistic when you
How am I not being
talking
realistic?
about when you're talking about that
He's
secondary.
literally.
That
Oh,
secondary.
no. Like I said, I will say that I'll leave that alone because I can't say I'll prove it with stats or whatever. I can't say that. You're gonna see it this year. I promise you. I promise you. We will have this conversation again, and you're gonna say, yeah, they're a lot better than we thought. You might not, because you're Saint fans. You might not.
I think
You
y'all
might
be
not
okay.
say that they're
Thank you.
better than
Thank
yours,
you.
but I guarantee you're gonna be like, oh yeah, they're a lot better than I thought.
I'm gonna say
That
this. I'm gonna
secondary
say
is way
this.
better
I'm
than
gonna
I
say
thought.
this. I think y'all definitely competent, man. I think y'all I think y'all got a squad right now, but I don't know if it's better than ours. And as far as you talking about running back depth. I mean, how far is Fournette from Kamara? And I mean, if you talk about Shady McCoy, that man was washed up last year. He was fumbling like crazy.
As a
What,
runner,
Ronald Jones?
as a
Ronald
runner,
Jones? Are you kidding me?
as a runner,
Oh
Rojo
man.
and Leonard Fournette is better than Alvin Kamara as a runner.
Oh my God.
Catching out of
You
the
know,
backfield, I won't say LaShawn McCoy's better than Kamara catching out of the backfield, but he's just as good. That's how I see it.
hey, I tell you what, and you don't give my boy Demario Davis credit, but you should have seen what he was doing to Leonard Fournette last season. Stopping his ass right in his tracks.
I bet
Better
you
running,
I
boy.
bet you
Hey,
our
can I ask you
linebackers
guys a
did a better
question?
job than he did
What's
against
that?
Fournette. I
What's
bet you our
that?
linebackers did a better job against Fournette than you guys did.
No, I'm pretty sure
Can I ask you a question
Fournette probably had one good run against us, and that probably was like what, for 15 yards. I don't know, but okay,
What you
Can
saying,
can I
Nick?
ask this question real fast?
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say is that okay. So being that I want to talk about this little O line thing that y'all got going on. So how come is that when week one, when you guys had when we had showed up,
2018.
You
how
talking
come
about
that like
why are you going back multiple years? Why was you
Because
going
no,
back 2-3 years ago?
Nick, I'm just gonna say this, bro. The reason why you should probably stop in your tracks right there, cause dog, we didn't have
we
McCoy.
had when we had Fitzpatrick and stuff saying that our O line is trash and stuff, but I was like, well, now that we have much of a better improved O line and stuff, and now is that well, Fitzpatrick can do it. Why can't Tom Brady? And he's a much better quarterback than Fitzpatrick. That's why I'm not getting. It's just that a lot of these Saints fans are commenting on this post or whatever. And I had old girls
He's still
saying,
on
"Oh
them
well,
posts.
look
He's
where you
still on
guys
them
look where
posts.
you
That's
guys
what it
finished
is.
at, like 7-9."
Oh.
Like I just don't get that. Like 7-9. Like look what type of quarterback that we had. I just don't understand that. It's just that when you guys come at us saying that, oh, we had a trash ass O line, which we did, and I'm not gonna knock that. But when the girl had said 7-9, I'm looking at her like, whoa, and I'm reading the post like, well, we had Winston
Here's I don't know if he
was
cut
being
off or what.
sorry because he was throwing picks, and he had all day. I remember a game that we played you guys like last year where we played you guys, and he literally had all time just to throw it, and he threw a damn pick into coverage, like right then and there. I just don't understand that. It's like we have Tom Brady just to make a better
I'll
play.
say
better
this,
plays,
Nick.
like more than anything.
Just like I told him, I can't fault them for sleeping on our secondary because if I was a Saint fan or any other fan, and not the Bucks fan, I wouldn't be believing in the secondary either because you don't ever hear about the secondary. You hear about everything else, and so I understand that. Just like I understand that, I can understand how Saint fans, Falcon fans, any other fans, if they said we're gonna only get 3 wins, I can understand how they really believe that. You got to understand that there's been a lot of years where our roster looked good, and
Yeah.
it looked like we're gonna have one of them seasons. We're gonna have a playoff year.
But
There's been a
ain't
lot of
nobody
years like that.
ain't
And
nobody saying that this
no,
year.
I'm no, but I know, I understand, but I'm because there's a lot of there's fans like us that think about football and our teams 24/7. You know what I'm saying? And then there's other fans that think about their teams when it's brought up. You know what I'm saying? And I would call those the casual fans. And a lot of casual fans, it sounds like the people he's talking about. It sounds like he's talking to a lot of casual Saint fans that just loves the rivalry, but. It's not like me and you waking up. Well, what is my team doing? Any transactions? What's going on? Blah, blah. Okay, we good. You know what I'm saying? Like I think about this all day, 24/7. I wake up, go to sleep. I think about this team all day. So I understand when people are like, "Yo, like Bucks are gonna be Bucks." I understand that. I myself tell myself, look, are you hyping up again? Like, is this another year where you're hyping up? But I've checked every box. I've looked and paid attention. Before, when I talked about Chris Godwin's going to be a better wide receiver than Mike Evans, I didn't say it. I waited a little bit. I didn't even say he was going to be good until I saw a preseason game, because we had a guy named Kenny Bell who was looking outstanding in training camp, and I bigged him up, and then preseason came and the boy couldn't look the same with the pads on. So I've learned different things where it's like, okay, let me pump my brakes here, let me pump my brakes there. I've learned when to, okay, it's safe to say this and it's not safe to say that. So when I'm coming on here and I'm telling you, watch out for that secondary. When I come on here and I tell you Vita Vea is the best nose tackle. When I come on here and tell you Shaq Barrett might not be a 19 sack guy every year, but he's definitely a double-digit sack person. When I tell you these things, it's because it is what it is. And
right. And when we tell you to watch out for our receiving core, because we done added another piece to that. You know,
you downplay it.
The reason why I downplay it is
we both done. Just let's just say that your secondary done got better. Your secondary done got better. Our wide receiver done got better. So you still got work to do to get to our level, because we added Emmanuel Sanders is a dog.
Negative, and I'll tell you why. Because you're not talking about your quarterback. You're not talking about your quarterback.
What?
That's your number one problem. That your quarterback is the reason why you're not going back to the Super Bowl. Your quarterback is why you're not going to succeed in the playoffs. You know it. Saint fans know it. Falcon fans know it. Panther fans know it. Y'all don't want to admit it this year. Y'all, matter of fact, you had SaintsUptown in here, right? You had SaintsUptown in here before. I heard him talking shit like he was going to do something or say something like he going to trash talk me.
RCP.
Listen, hold on.
You just told us.
SaintsUptown has videos talking about Drew Brees needs to go because he's done and he's over with. Y'all know it's true. But y'all, and that's why I brought up that I've said many years I was wrong about this, because I didn't see this, I didn't see that. And most of the time it was because I didn't choose to see it. And I know how it happens. You're a fan of the team. You ignore things that could possibly go wrong. I know what could possibly go wrong this year. Brady and the offensive line could look bad because the O-line's not that good. We still don't have a damn run game, and our kicker is still missing kicks. That's the only things that could go wrong with this season. Obviously, we're excluding the injury bug. Obviously that can hurt any team, but those are the things that could go wrong with my season. Okay. What about y'all?
Now, yeah, you said that, okay. What I just got out of that is you basically saying that a good reason why y'all will beat us is because of Breeze, basically.
The reason why your team will never, no matter what pieces you put, especially offensively, the reason why you will never be able to click on all cylinders is because of Drew Brees.
So you're talking about our season in the long run when we sit up here talking about this matchup, this Bucs and Saints matchup.
I mean, it's good. You do know, again, it's going through us. You play us twice. You play us twice, which brings me to my other point. If y'all don't beat us week 1, you honestly think you're going to beat us the next time?
Hey, I give you that one. I give you that one. And I said that. I did say this. I said, bro, this is the year I do believe the Saints cannot afford to lose this week 1
exactly.
match. I did say that.
Yeah,
I do believe that.
And we'll be real enough to say that, we hadn't gotten off to good starts the past few years. Even the Houston Texas game last year, Real Lutz had to kick across the country to, win us the ball game. So we know what's at stake, but I'm talking about these matchups.
I'm talking about the matchups too.
You disrespected Sean. Yo, young buck over there. It's levels, man, and they sniffing Sean.
Yeah, and I'm look, RTP, bro. I get it. Every year, bro, it does. Y'all have a lot of talent every year. I feel like, every year y'all get talked about it like, oh man, the Bucs could be sleepers. They can be a dark horse team,
But
it never transition. But what I do want to say though, man, is you gotta stop sitting up here playing victim, bro. Because you sitting up here saying, oh man, it's like, we sleeping on this, we sleeping on that. Hell, you sleep on us just as much if anything. Every time I bring up a name, oh, you downplay that. When you bring up somebody like Michael Thomas, it's because you guys throw him in the slot.
I'm just telling you what he's doing. If y'all feel like that's downplaying, that's because when I tell you what he's doing, you feel in your soul, well, that's not much. I'm not making nothing up. I'm telling you what the man's doing.
But yeah, the way you insinuate that, man, is like you're saying that, Michael Thomas, he's in the slot, man. So it's like, yeah, we can handle it now because you just throw him in the slot.
Right. No, it wasn't that, we can handle him because we threw him in the slot. Again, what I'm saying is that's your only card. That's literally your only card offensively that you have.
It's not. No, it's not.
Right.
Oh my
God.
God.
To tell you.
You talking about the Saints? Are you talking about the Saints offense right now?
Yes. That is all you got. Maybe you might have Kamara against other teams. Kamara, that's done. You're not doing nothing with Kamara. Not passing it. You're not running it.
I like that take. I like that take. I love that.
How can you say that?
I love that take. That's the one. That's the one I gotta put on the refrigerator. That's the one right there.
Bro, Christian McCaffrey is the best back in the league. I think we can all agree on that.
And we have to agree how he's utilized with the Panthers.
Right.
All they got.
It's exactly. So you think of that and insert Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas is your Christian McCaffrey. Okay? So against a team that, secondary is a little wishy-washy, boy's gonna eat. I'm not saying he sucks. He's good. He's gonna eat. He can kill the whole game by himself, him and Breeze. We understand that.
Corner.
Right. But not against any. In the slot, yeah, probably, yeah. But where was I going with this? Your Christian McCaffrey's your guys' Mike. Okay, so but against a good team that can actually not stop, because I'm not saying we're gonna stop Michael Thomas, because again, I think he's really hard to guard in the slot no matter who's there. But slowing your main piece down, okay, then what are you gonna do? This is what you run into in the playoffs. When you play a good playoff team and they know how to say, okay, we're not gonna stop him, but we're gonna. Isn't that what the Vikings did to y'all?
But then we have Emmanuel Sanders to another huge
right.
No,
but let me ask you this. Do you guys still got Ted Ginn?
No.
Okay, why don't you have Ted Ginn? He still got speed, right?
Because he can't catch the ball. He can't catch the ball. He's not reliable.
That's not why. You ain't got Ted Ginn no more.
He was too fast for the deep ball. I mean,
Breeze is not throwing down the field like that no more. And the reason why I say that is because Emmanuel Sanders it was a nice piece. When y'all picked him up, I said that sucks. I don't like him being with them. He's a nice piece. But when you say, "Oh, you got to stop Emmanuel Sanders now," that's not a real narrative. Emmanuel Sanders was only dangerous when he could take the top off. And he might be able to still take the top off because we've seen it a few times, which is the only time you really seen him with the 49ers was when he was taking the top off. So he might still be able to do it. He probably still can, but it doesn't phase us. It doesn't scare us because your quarterback can't make those throws like that on the regular, which is why I said you will never, no matter what pieces you have, offensively, you will never be able to maximize your talent because of your quarterback. Your quarterback can't make those plays anymore down the field. And I don't know if you've already said Michael Thomas can't take the top off. I don't think he can because again, if you can't break away from Vernon Hargreaves, so
that should make that should make the argument even more in favor of Michael Thomas. If you can't take the top off no defense, the corner knows that. I mean. So that makes it easier. That makes it easier for the cornerback,
right?
Does it not?
Right. You're right. Unless two things. Unless the corner's super trash, like Vernon Hargreaves, or the corner's a rookie, like the corners that he went against with us. That's the only two things. If you know that he won't take the top off of you, why are you still playing him a certain way like he can? I agree. It should be easier for you. This is why I'm telling you, our corners are not rookies that is trying to learn on the fly and bullets are flying fast. That's not the same. Those are not the same corners no more, bro. It's not. So it's not gonna be that easy. So when you got your main target, your Christian McCaffrey, Michael Thomas, who again not being stopped, just slowing down, That's going to make Breeze have to. You're going to need a lot more drives to get a lot more points. And if our offense is clicking, that's not even talking about the extra possessions, because there will be extra possessions that this defense takes away the ball from your offense, because it's going to happen, because this is what this defense does. You're going to have to score like we can score, and we can score. There's no doubt about it. We can score. So that's why I don't look, again, week 1, anything can happen. But if we hit the floor running.
No. Don't say anything can happen. Just keep it the same.
No, it's the truth.
Keep the same energy going.
I said it from the beginning. Everything that I'm saying right now is assuming that we hit the ground running week 1. Now, when we play you guys again, there's no doubt in my mind we're ready to go by the time we play you guys again. But I'm saying, if we are okay week 1 and we can hit the ground running week 1, you're going to get swept. We are the better team. We have the better talent. We have, I'm not going to say the better coach, but we have a formidable coach now that can actually play against Sean Payton now. I ain't going to say Sean Payton's better than BA. Because I don't think his offense is better than Todd Bowles' defense. I'll say that right now. But I will say
y'all's defense is not. Y'all's defense is not like that, though. That's what it comes down to. Like I said, the offense. Yeah, y'all gonna be way more, productive than even last year. Even with Jameis throwing for 5,000.
Right. Right.
It's gonna be. I'm not sitting here, but that defense is not built like that.
This was Buck fans.
Stop it, RTP.
Buck fans were hyped for this year before we got Tom Brady, and it wasn't because of Jameis and his offense. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay, the whole Buck Nation was hyped about 2020 and was like, I can't wait for the season to start. And it was before we had Tom Brady, before we even knew we wasn't gonna sign Jameis. And it wasn't because of the offense. It was because we seen what we had in this defense. Again, I won't say you guys don't like it when I say you're sleeping on it, but it is what it is. I understand it. I understand, and I know I'd feel the same way if I was in your guys' shoes. But I'm telling you, that defense, it's like that.
When you keep saying we sleeping, I feel like you doing the same thing. So
no, because I know Michael Thomas is good. I think you guys overhype Michael. I don't think Michael Thomas is as good as y'all say he is. Like y'all trying to be, is he better than who? You're crazy. You guys are crazy for thinking that. Like
the only thing you can argue with Mike compared to some of these other top receivers is getting over the top. But he don't need to do that. He doesn't need to do that. He gonna eat the same way the guys that can get over to the top can. That's the only thing that you can.
But when you talk about who's the better wide receiver, you can't say he don't need to do that. You have to say he can't do that. Because when you say, is he better than Julio? Are you talking about Julio that can do everything in the slot like Michael Thomas does and take the top off? When you talk about Mike Evans, are you talking about Mike Evans who can score all those touchdowns more than Julio, do the same thing that Michael Thomas does in the slot and take the top off? See, that's the thing. You can't just say, oh, he don't have to. No, he can't do that. There's a reason why he plays the way he plays. I'm not taking nothing away from him because, again, the dude's almost unguardable in the slot, but the big boys play on the outside. So if you can't do something, because we know Julio can play in the slot if they wanted to. We've seen Mike Evans play in the slot if we wanted to. We saw last year Chris Godwin play in the slot if we wanted to. He did, actually, last year. So we know that the big boys can play in the slot, but can you play on the outside with the big boys?
Mike can, and he can,
but not in the level of Julio Jones, not in the level of Mike Evans, not on the level of Hopkins, not on those levels. He can play out there and he can be good out there, but when you talk about him on the outside, he ain't on that level. He ain't that guy like that. And that's why I think you guys overhype him. You definitely overhype your linebacker, DeMario or whatever his name is.
Oh my
God. Definitely overhype him.
I'm going to say this, RTP. DeMario didn't have a bad game last season. I'm just telling you like that, bro.
When I say you overhype him, that doesn't mean I say he sucks. That just means he's not what you guys are saying.
I'm telling you right now, dude, that guy, DeMario Davis, he was a complete linebacker the past 2 seasons.
You know who DeMario is to me? DeMario
Who is
is
it? Okay.
a little bit better than Quan Alexander. That's who DeMario is to me.
A little
Quan-
bit better than Quan.
Yes,
You
a
talking about
little
the
bit-
guy that's getting juked all over, and you talking about ran on? Like, oh yeah, what we did to Quan when he was with y'all? Yeah, you talking about that Quan Alexander?
Getting ran.
I'm gonna say it like this. Yeah, Quan Alexander, because he didn't do anything for y'all. DeMario Davis, you talking about the guy that been wrecking?
He's a
First of all,
tackling
DeMario.
machine.
First of all, you sit up there, you talk about our defense and how our defense. Oh, they did. It wasn't so much just Marshawn Lattimore, but it was the defense in general that contained Mike Evans. You ain't sitting up here talking about how DeMario Davis was just gone both games, just wrecking your whole offense apart, bro. You ain't talking about that. But now you sitting up here talking about something. Oh, DeMario Davis, he's not as good as what y'all Saints fans make it out to be. See, that's the thing. You sitting up here saying that, oh, you sleeping on this guy, sleeping on that guy, but yeah, you still saying some crazy shit. And the thing about it, RTP,
let me ask you this.
And here's the thing, RTP. While we've been talking about this matchup, you clearly are worried about the wrong shit. You worry about Michael Thomas. Oh, if he's better than, if we think he's better than Julio, you worry about the wrong shit, bro. What you need to be worried about is how we gonna whoop that ass this coming Sunday, bro. You talking about something? How you snuck here talking about some? Oh man, if we get rolling, man, y'all ain't gonna be able to sweep us. What about if this shit fails Sunday? How about when we smack y'all? Are y'all gonna recover from that? That's the shit you should be worried about. I told you how we gonna beat y'all. We gonna beat y'all starting from the line of scrimmage because our O line and our D line is better than y'all, hands down.
Hands down.
We got the coaches to get it done. We got Kamara. You sit up here saying you're gonna omit Kamara. Your linebackers, not even Levante David has done it yet.
He averaged 4 yards on a torn knee game one. He averaged 6 yards.
Who is better, Levante David or DeMario Davis?
DeMario Davis.
And that's why I say you overhype him. That's why he's overrated.
No, that ain't overhyped.
That's why he's overrated.
No, Levante get respect, but
if you say that Davis is better than Levante, you not respecting Levante.
No,
he's nowhere near Levante. Luke Kuechly, Bobby Wagner ain't nowhere near Levante, bro. Y'all gotta respect Levante, bro. Look at the production.
He just said,
what you want me to respect? What you want me to respect on DeMario Davis? Tell me.
You looked at the game, right? You said you watched the game. That should tell you everything you need to know.
If he did something in the game, then there should be a stat of what he did in the game, right? Tell me what he did. What did he do? Why is he so special?
Go watch the tape, man.
Why is he so special? What does he do better than Levante that you say he's better than Levante?
Well, first of all, when he tackles you, bro, you're not going anywhere. That's one. He has the pass. He still has the pass defense. He can cover. He can cover. He can get in the backfield. He has plenty of tackles for loss. He can blitz the quarterback. He can do it all. He can do it all just like Levante David.
So how is he better than Levante David?
I ain't saying he's better, but I think to me they on the same page. But for you to sit up here and say overrated, how is the Mario Davis overrated? That's what you need to be answering. That's what you need to answer.
I'll tell you exactly why he's overrated. Because he's been doing this for how long?
He's been doing it, 2 years for us. With him over here, he's improved.
And Levante's been doing it his whole career.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you say who have a better career, I mean, yeah, that can be argued. It's probably Levante. I'm not sure what all. I know DeMario's last few years with the Jets, his numbers was like that. But
who's next to DeMario?
Anzalone, we gotta get healthy. He gotta stay healthy. When he's healthy, he can.
Who?
Alex Anzalone.
Do you think he's better than Devin White?
I'm gonna say no, just due to injury. Like I said, Anzalone, he ain't been healthy long enough for me to really see that.
What's his name?
You said
you know who he is. Don't flex like that.
Alex Anzalone. Yeah, but see, he's saying that, bro. But like I said, dog. Like I said, he's up here saying DeMario Davis is overrated. DeMario Davis was a first team All-Pro. How about Levante David? Oh, but that's why he's underrated, right? That's why he don't.
That's why you're a playoff team, bro. If we've been a playoff team, I guarantee you, no one would think DeMario is better than Levante.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. What if you watch the Mario Davis? You can talk about stats, but if you watch the Mario Davis, what the Mario Davis help does, it helps us and it translates the wins. Tell me what Levante David does to win games for you.
Just gets the most turnovers out of all of the linebackers.
Okay, that's something that I guess that's a starter. Good for y'all.
All right, y'all got any final thoughts before we wrap this thing up? I see Nick just bounce, but you got any final thought? What's your score for Sunday, RTP?
My score for Sunday, I don't think we there's no way in hell that we're gonna hit the ground running on all cylinders. So it's not gonna be high scoring. I think it's gonna be 20. I say 27 to not 27. What I say 23 to 17.
Okay.
23
Hey,
to 17.
RTP, I do want to ask you: do you think this game is going to be sloppy since they didn't have any?
It has to be. It has to be. I mean, that's the only thing that can mess up week one with any team. Is again, like I was I forgot who I was talking to, but we haven't even had referees at our practice because we don't want to risk someone bringing in COVID into the camp. You know what I'm saying? So we haven't even had officials like being official. Hey, that's a holding or whatever. So that's why I'm worried about penalties. I'm worried about, there wasn't a lot of live tackling because there was no preseason. So I'm worried about penalties. I'm worried about missed tackles. That's basically it. Besides that,
I'm worried about.
Go ahead.
I just want to say I'm really worried about health issues. You know what I'm saying? The fact that
just clicking all of a sudden you're in game mode.
Yeah.
You're just, like your body just ejected into it. I hear you on that too.
Right.
I hear you on that too. But as far as like interceptions or Brady not being on the same page with the wide receivers, I already expect that. Like it's a BA system. Like he's not gonna be on the same page, especially week one. So I expect that. I expect that. But I think. I don't know, man. I just think this offense is just too much, and I really think this defense alone. I felt like we were gonna be challenging you guys for the division. Just last year, defense alone, I was like, yeah, we're gonna be a problem. And now we got this quarterback on our offense. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a problem. I think it's gonna be a problem.
We're extending welcome back. Post game if you would like.
Of course. But real quick, just so you know, Devin White is going to be better than Levante David. Just so y'all know. Just so if you haven't heard it, you heard it here first. Just like I said, Chris Godwin was going to be better than Mike Evans. Devin White is going to be better than Levante David. Just remember I said
that. I think Devin White's going to be pretty good. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be the next coming of Patrick Willis or anything like that, but I think he's going to be pretty good.
I think he's going to be the best linebacker, and we're going to be winning. So people are going to to be honest, I actually think people would have noticed him anyway, just because, Devin White kind of got the hype with him from college. But, yeah, he's going to be a problem. But I appreciate you guys having me on here.
All right, and we'll see what goes down Sunday. We'll see, whose side was right, tonight. We'll figure that out Sunday.
For sure. We definitely gonna come back to these questions and debates and stuff. I'm gonna keep in touch. I already told y'all I'm gonna keep in touch with y'all. So I'll be around. I'll have y'all on my channel a few times. So we gonna make it, because it's really between me and you. It's really between us. Like that's it. Like I don't see the Falcons doing nothing. The Panthers might get a spark, maybe in the beginning or at the end, but I don't see them doing nothing either. It's this division coming down to the Bucs and Saints. So you'll be seeing a lot of us, hearing a lot about us. What you guys think the score is going to be?
I think it's going to be 35, 21. Saints, who that?
I'm going to go 28. I think it'll be close. I think it's going to be 28-24.
And all the pressure's on y'all.
Well, the pressure is on us because, it is Super Bowl or bust, really, and, with the cap and all that, man. Of course, of course the pressure's on us. I mean, y'all been so bad. Like, what else do y'all have to lose? Y'all just, y'all doing all this right now, man. This is basically all in for y'all too. But I mean, the difference is, of course, we've been here and done that, and haven't gotten it done the past 3 years. So we'll see.
Right. I got you.
All right, well, RTP, man. We'll see what go down Sunday, man. We're looking forward to beating your team. So we'll see you Sunday night.
All right, and I'm gonna do a Madden simulation. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do a Madden simulation live. And
Man, we don't see no Madden Sims over here, man. You see what CB doing? You see what CB doing?
I get on the sticks. We get on the sticks.
Oh, we could do that too. I mean, it's gonna be worse for you, but we could definitely do it. Wait, you got PlayStation? Please tell me you got PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Okay,
you trying to set up a?
Oh, we could definitely do that for sure.
All right, say less. Say less.
Yeah, we could do that. Shoot, Saturday or Friday. Definitely.
We do it Friday. Friday before the game, before the late games come on. I got you.
Right. That's what's up.
All right, but we'll catch you post game.
All right, man. Stay up. Y'all be safe out there.
You
All
too.
Right. You too.
Yeah, you knew what to expect with RTP.
Right.
It was a good one.
Right. But yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed that Who That Nation, and whoever other fans came in. I saw some other fans in, but hopefully you guys liked it. We're going to continue doing this, especially for the division games. The division games is going to be more of energy involved compared to doing this with non-divisional teams. So we're going to keep this up, and once again I hope you guys like it. And just make sure you guys like, subscribe, and follow the page. Tomorrow night will be our regular show. We will have T-Word from Canal Street Chronicles on the show, so you guys make sure to tune in. It will be at 8 Central Time, 9 Eastern Time. So we're going to have a great show for you guys tomorrow. And once again, shout out to everybody that tuned in. I will say this. I apologize. We didn't want to open the phone lines up. We opened it up for RTP because he was a Bucks fan, and we thought the guy needed some help, that was in here first. So that's why we opened up the phone lines. But once again, just like, subscribe, and follow our page, man. We trying to make this thing entertaining for you guys, and we hope to see you guys tomorrow. Who that? We out.